Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Beyond Light Season of the Splicer Intel. And in today's video, we are finally going to cover the Vault of Glass, which finally arrived. Hopefully everybody got a chance to play this past weekend. But maybe you didn't. Maybe you're one of those people who has trouble finding a full fire team. In either case, I'm going to be sharing with you all the glitches and tricks that I picked up over the course of the weekend and spending several hours in the Vault of Glass, probably a few more than I wanted to, but ultimately it was a rewarding experience and it was great to actually be in this raid once again. Definitely my favorite raid in the history of Destiny. So we're going to cover all those glitches and tricks in just 1 second, but first I just want to remind everybody I'm still doing the giveaway on my YouTube channel. The next one will be at 50,000 subscribers. All you have to do to be entered into that giveaway is like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on all the post notifications, the bell that's right next to the big red subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. You'll also find a link to my Discord channel. Maybe you can find a group. Lots of people in there looking to help out other people in the community. And as always, if you stick around till the end of the video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comments section to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, those secret hashtags, they stack between all videos. So if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, why not go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. So the first thing we're going to cover is a little solo chest glitch. Maybe you've seen this, maybe you haven't. A few other YouTubers I know have covered it. But this is one of the ways you can actually get that first secret chest on a hunter. There is actually another way that you'll need to know if you want to get it on either of the other two classes. Though this glitch might actually work on the other two, this is probably still the easiest way on the hunter. You'll get out of the map and then follow this pathing. You're going to need that specific super to actually get out of the map there. You sort of jump backwards, use the super to teleport over the wall, and then the wall will sort of push you into this little space. You don't really have to do anything. It looks sort of impressive because you kind of get scooted in there. It looks like you sort of jump to the left. But really you just kind of land, you'll get a little dead zone, and then you can just progress forward and traverse outside the map on the left. You'll hit those two little bumper spaces. There's one sort of invisible wall that you have to jump over, get behind the map, and then you can use that as another way to jump around the side till you get to this area where you have to use what's left of your sword. Hopefully you had more than I did, but in either case, even if you didn't have any ammo left in your sword, which I would highly recommend using, you can actually just use the hilt of the sword to climb your way up to the point where there's a safe place to jump up. You'll kind of go over these two TP'd sections here, triangle top sections, and then move to the other side of the map. Don't go inside here. There's sort of another little dead wall cover. Go on the outside. There's another invisible barrier that kind of pushes you to the right. So just try to stay straight as you can. Make your way onto this lighted block here. And then you'll hit another load zone. Now you can jump off the map and sometimes you'll respawn in, but I actually find that this works better. Jump to this one little spot that's sort of blue, and there's a little crevice right between the rock and that little blue room. And you kind of wedge yourself in a perfect way where as soon as you kill yourself, you'll teleport inside. It's then a fairly easy run to the secret chest. If you didn't know where the secret chest was, when you get to this area in the raid, you simply jump off of this ledge and there's a secret tunnel underneath. You make your way down to the right. Try to stay as high as you can in these rooms. There's always sort of 3 levels of cliffs that you can jump on, and I always try to stay on the highest one just in case I fall off. At least I have another one that I might be able to fall onto. Make your way around this corner and drop all the way down to that tree that you see. And then right up to your right, you'll find the first secret chest. Now, I'd actually done this already on this character once, so unfortunately I didn't get a drop on this run. My original run, I got the shotgun, the found verdict, I believe it was. You can actually also use this to run back to the first chest that you get by opening the big door in the raid, but you won't actually be able to get to it. There's sort of an invisible wall that blocks you before you get to it. Now, if you're on a Warlock or a Titan, you're going to want to go to the right side of that big round door, and then there's a little rock that you can wedge yourself under with a sparrow that you can then get sort of that like dead pixel area, or that like dead frame area that allows you to drop underneath the map, and then you can fly to the nearest rock. Once you're there, you kind of have to traverse around to the left to then make your way to the right side. The great thing about most of these places in the raid is if you fall off, you're really just going to spawn at the last place where you're on solid ground. So that's kind of one of the things that saves you if you make a few mistakes. But then get to this place. Now, if you were on a Warlock, I would use Heat Rising and maybe Super. If you're on a Titan, you're definitely going to need Super and Sword Flying, so bring Lion Rampant and a sword. I sword fly a bit here, and then I use my Super to just jump across. Now, I actually could have just gone to the right here, but I actually got a little disoriented, so I ended up jumping back a little bit further than I needed to. But really, at this point, all I needed to do was just make my way up and to the right, and we were essentially in that same place we were right before you saw me jump on that big lit up block. These are where those two like triangular topped blocks were. But then you can just make your way back to the right like you see me doing here. And we'll use that same method of the grenade launcher to just sort of wedge ourselves into that little gap by that blue room once we go through the load zone. Right here. I think I'd forgotten to bring a grenade launcher on this character. Then once you blow yourself up, you'll again spawn inside the map, and you can make your way to the secret chest once again. The secret chest will award not only Spoils of Conquest, but it will also award any raid loot, so long as you've already done that encounter. So if you've beat it on one character, you're going to get loot for it the second time you go to it. If you haven't done the raid at all, or you haven't beaten that one encounter, you'll only get Spoils of Conquest, I believe. There might be some other little reward, obviously probably Glimmer, but I don't know if there's any other major loot that is in that loot pool. But you won't get any of the weapons or gear. But in this run, I think I also get another found verdict. I think this was my like 6th found verdict this weekend. Jump over. Let's see, what did I get? It was another found verdict and 5 Spoils of Conquest. There are mods. You will get mods. That's the other thing that I forgot. So, now on to the major glitch in the raid. This will allow you to not only solo the boss, but really just, well, you can kind of just embarrass the boss, really. This is the obviously final encounter, final boss encounter for Atheon. And the way that this works is in the previous encounter, which is the Gate Lord. At the very end of that encounter, after the chest spawns, before you start the Atheon encounter, the final encounter, if you were one of the groups of people that were last on Venus, which is where we are in this clip, you can actually kill yourself by jumping off a ledge, and don't let anybody else respawn you. Respawn yourself, and after several tries of this, you might keep spawning in the same place that you jumped off, but then eventually you will respawn in one of your previous last locations, which will be Venus if you were one of the last people on Venus. Now, everybody can do this in your fire team, if you are in a fire team, if right before the encounter ends, everybody just runs to Venus, and then comes back, jumps off the edge. Eventually, you'll start respawning in Venus. And then Atheon will be there, and you can just go to town on him and get the kill. Another great thing about this is, though there are certain triumphs you can get this way, there are certain, I think, triumph completions or raid completions that you will not be able to get, but you will still get all the loot at the kill. The game doesn't realize that you've already gotten the loot, so you're able to actually do the encounter once you, I believe, leave and come back. You'll always be at that checkpoint for the Gate Lord if you do it this way. So if you want to do it this way once and then do it the normal way, you can do that. Or you could actually potentially just continually raid farm this, I believe. And you can do this as a solo player, so long as you have that end of the Gate Lord checkpoint right before Atheon. The last little thing I'm going to share with you here is just a few little cheese spots I found for the Templar encounter. I think it's the Templar encounter, the one that obviously has all the oracles that you need to shoot that are scattered throughout the map. I can't remember if it's the one right before the Templar encounter, but in any case, it's in this area where the Templar encounter is. There's just a few little places that you can get outside of the map that I found give good lines of sight where all the oracles do actually spawn, and they let you sort of avoid all the damage for the most part. So usually they were sort of set up around the outside of the map, high up, and you could just kind of put one player in each one of these places to cover each oracle spawn location, and in general maybe make this whole thing a little bit easier. I could leave it to you to decide which ones you want to use for what, but maybe you haven't explored that much. But in any case, that's going to be it for all the information in today's video. Hopefully you found something in this helpful if you're running it in a fire team, or maybe just trying to get a little bit of free loot or rewards as a solo player. Obviously, you can always get Spoils of Conquest now, which will help you buy some stuff from the tower kiosk. Maybe you're trying to get a few more spoils to get your hands on an Anarchy, which I actually found worked very, very well in the boss encounter. I don't know what other people have been using for DPS, but overall, I thought Anarchy was a great pick to use as a heavy for most of the raid, for ad clear as well as boss damage. But maybe you found something different. Leave that in the comment section down below, or you can leave a hashtag Vault of Glass, or a hashtag Beyond Light, or a hashtag Season of the Splicer to be entered into that giveaway at 50,000 subscribers once again for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, as always, I am Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you next time. Little.